By heck, I was wound up last night, folks. I really was. Now, before I go any further, this isn't a message for you, Gareth. You're the one in the know. You've heard it all. I've seen your message. I've not had a chance to reply to it yet. Yeah, it's on the football. I don't know. Did anybody hear me? Anyone out there hear me today on TalkSport? I rang in not to get noticed or whatever else, but I was just so wound up today, I can't tell you. Yes, there I was last night. I watched the game. We watched some things on the TV. And then I'd had the game recorded, and I come to watch it after her indoors has gone to bed. And I finished watching it about 20 past 12, and I'm just livid as a United fan. I'm livid. Not because we got beat 4-0, but because of the quality or lack of quality in the performance yet again. And I got to the stage last night where I'm up and down on Ten Hag, keep him, get rid, keep him, get rid. And I've known for a while now he's probably got to go. But after last night, it's just imperative he goes. Imperative. I know 300 of you have watched the video I did last night late on. I mean, I posted about 20 past 25 past 12 last night. I've never done one so late, ever. I had to be close to the screen, which isn't nice for anybody, and pretty quiet on it because her indoors was in bed above me and I didn't want to wake her up. But I said some things on there and I went up to bed and I'm tossing and turning. I couldn't sleep and I'm thinking, have I gone too far? And I thought, no, you've not. I thought, could I have gone further? I thought, yes, you could. I mean, that's how bad things were. And they're doing a phone-in today on TalkSport on the old Jim and Simon show. Now, if you've seen past videos on here, folks, I've mentioned before that I used to ring in to TalkSport pretty regularly about a year and a half ago. But I got to the stage where I was fed up of the sound of my own voice. And I think they got to that stage too, although they never told me. You know, they used to have callers of the days, which I won a few times, so I did well on there, but I'd had enough of it. But I was so incensed this morning and with some of the things that was being said, I rang in and they put me on. I've actually tried to do a video just so all of you could hear the part where I'm on. I thought what I'll do, I'll get it on, you can get it on TalkSport radio and you can go back and listen to earlier episode, earlier in the day. And then as I'm flicking through that there YouTube, I see they've got me on the TV there on YouTube. When you go on YouTube, the bit where I'm talking is actually on there. I thought what I'll do, I'll record it, do a bit of a preamble, then I'll play it on the TV, which is there. There's a TV there. I'll let you all hear it, and then I'll tell you what I really wanted to say on there. Because when you go on TalkSport, you only have a certain length of time, and you know I talk forever. They rush you off because they've got somebody else to come on. I know I talk too quickly at the best of times, but when I've been on there in the past, I find I talk even quicker because I'm trying to get all I can in a short window. And because of that, I mean, I don't like hearing myself back on here. I hate it worse on the radio or TV or whatever it may be. And I didn't sound great and my voice is going a bit, as you can hear. And as I say, I didn't flesh out the points I wanted to flesh out because you never know when they're going to cut you off. And also at the end of it, I said something that was from really left field. And I mean, left field, I'll tell you what it is in a minute. You'll laugh. If you didn't hear it, you'll have a laugh. I mean, if you want to, leave this. I'm going to have a watch on TalkSport. If you put TalkSport on today and do all the things on TalkSport, put it in your search bar, I think it's the one where it says Erik Ten Hag is the worst manager we've ever had. I think the guy before me said that, and I'm the say second caller. The third caller they've got on there, it's about a 50-minute clip, was really good. I agreed with everything, or most everything he says. He says you don't get rid of Ten Hag. He says the injury list is horrendous and he's never known one like it, and I totally agree. I agree 100%. I really feel sorry for Ten Hag, and I really feel sorry for the injury list he's had. I do. And anybody would have struggled this year. But you don't have to struggle like we've struggled. So anyway, if you don't want to listen to it on TalkSport, I'll tell you here. But if you listen to my video I did last night, late on, you'll find it there again. I think I've put in something like, Sir Jim, please sack Erik Ten Hag, or something like that. I was saying what I would do is I'd ring Ten Hag this morning and I'd say, Eric, send me these 5 players, I want to have a word with them, and you come in after them. And I'd bullet the 5 players, and then I'd bring Eric in and I'd bullet him and say, no, I'm sorry, I know we've got an FA Cup final to come, we're only keeping you on for that, but I think we've got to the end of the road, Eric. I think we'll do just as well with an interim coach. Please don't let the door bang you on the backside on the way out. Because for me, folks, it's just gone absolutely too far. It really, really has. That performance last night was woeful. I think we've got some players that aren't playing for him, e.g. Marcus Rashford, who didn't play last night. There's some players that just aren't good enough, and there's some players that might be playing for him, but they're not working hard and there's no game plan. Eric doesn't have a plan B or a plan C when things are going wrong. As I was saying yesterday, I didn't rate Mourinho when he was down here, but after 20 to 30 minutes last night, if Mourinho was our coach, he would have either took Casemiro off or moved him back into midfield. Even if it meant bringing a kid in off the bench, he wouldn't have persevered with Casemiro. They were running all over him and he was woeful. But what we had last night, I mean, you've got Casemiro, who's now making Harry Maguire look fast. Never thought I'd ever say that. No legs whatsoever. You've got Johnny Evans, who's extremely ill now and wasn't wanted by Leicester. Bit quicker than Casemiro, but not a hell of a lot. I mean, for a couple of goals last night, he was shocking. Casemiro was for about 3 of them. You've got Eriksen in midfield, who's just getting completely overran. No legs. Old Kobe's struggling because Kobe's got to do the job of 2 men, and that's pulling him backwards. You've got Anthony. I mean, if I'm Sir Jim, I'm saying, who on earth has paid £80 million for that? Now, I know there might be a player there, and I know he might get better, but he is absolutely woeful. Woeful. And he's always diving to the floor. He's always waving his arms in the air. Same as Bruno does. But with Bruno, there's an end product. With Anthony, there's nothing. And then you've got my pet 8. After old Iggy, the pet 8 for me is Wan-Bissaka. I know he is crap. If anybody loves United or football, please look at last night's goals, every single goal, and look for Wan-Bissaka's part in every single goal. You'll be shocked. Because nobody's seen what I'm seeing. Nobody. And if there's a United fan on there that doesn't agree with me, look at the last 30 goals we've conceded where Wan-Bissaka's played and look at his part in every single goal. Now, Wan-Bissaka, for me, I've said it before and I'll say it again, it seems as I single him out, but I don't. He's got no football brain whatsoever. There's no football brain there. None at all. His control isn't great. His passing is atrocious. He does a 5 or 6 yard square or backwards pass. He's scared of passing the ball forwards. He's frightened to death in case he gets it wrong, and more often than not he does. He keeps doing these flicks that sometimes come off. He did a flick last night behind him when we're 2-0 down, went straight to their man. They could have gone ahead and scored. I wish they'd have gone ahead and got that 3rd goal, and people would have called him out, because no one's seen it by me, as I say. His heading is atrocious. Can't hit the ball save his life. His spatial awareness is crap. He can't work out a ball when it's in the air. Just can't do it. His positional play is absolutely crap. They used to call them wing backs. I don't think he's supposed to be a wing back. I think a wing back is when you've got 3 centre backs and 2 full backs come wingers outside doing both, and they're bombing up and down the flanks. We're only playing with 2 centre backs. He's supposed to be an attacking full back with Dalot, but he's supposed to be getting forward then getting back. He never gets back. The amount of goals that scored against us when he's just past the halfway line is unbelievable. Look at the goals. Look at the first, he's the worst of the lot. Look at what he does from that throw-in on that first goal all the way till it goes into the net. But I think 3 of the 4 he's atrocious on. He's just unbelievable. The game is passing him by and he's jogging back, and that stupid air behind him is moving in the... I know it sounds bad, it's like I've got a thing against him. I don't mind the fact that he's black or whatever he is. That don't matter to me. I'm not bothered. But I see that silly air back bouncing around and he's just lumbering back like a little gazelle very quickly, or like a little deer. He runs back like a deer, just a little deer. It's unbelievable. We're paying him good money. As I say, crap. I do not mind that we've gotten beat. I mean, I don't want us to get beat, but I can handle that. I seen the teams at the start, I thought we're going to get beat here, and I thought we'd get buried. But I just want us to show some fight. Carragher said at the end, I cannot believe how little they put up. He said, I seen at the start of the game, the teams, and I thought, United are going to get beat. He said, didn't think they could win. But I thought 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. Not 4-0 playing like that. He said, the under-23 team for Man United last night would have played better than Man United did. And I doubt that they got beat 4-0. The under-23 team would be better than, or as good as, some of the teams in the top of the championship and lower in the first division. That's how good they'll be, and they'll be coached better. He said there's no coaching there, there's no plan, there's no nothing. Nothing. They play like individuals, they don't defend together, they don't protect one another. There's nothing there. And I agree with him. 100%. I hate it, but I agree with him. Absolutely crap. They were all the things I was saying. And at the end, Jim saying, Jim White, so who would you have? Who would you have, Dave? Who would you have, Gareth Southgate? I said, no, not Southgate. Crap. I said, look, Eric's got no plan B. Southgate's the same. When we get him beat at England in the big comps, he reacts too late. and he's too passive. And when he brings subs on, they brought on too late, and they're the wrong subs. He doesn't do it right. I said, he's not the man for us. He's never won anything. Who would you bring in then? Who would you bring in? I said, well, I'll give you one from left field. You're going to laugh. They didn't laugh because I wasn't on long enough. They cut me off just after that, but they probably wanted to laugh. You'll want to laugh yourselves. I said, I'll tell you what. Someone mentioned before, interim manager. If it were me, I'd tell you I'd bring in. You have him on air every couple of weeks. I said, he's an old man now. I said, but bring Martin O'Neill in for 2 or 3 weeks. He'll sort him out. I say, he'll bollock the ones that need bollocking. They've cut that out of the. I said, but he'll make the ones that are trying to play 9, 10, 12 foot taller, like they can go through brick walls, because he can build people up and he's got some passion and fight and desire. Ten Hag got none. No passion, no fight, no nothing. The team's got no passion in it and they're not getting any from the management. That's what's needed. As I said in last night's video, the big problem here is the Glazers. They've come in with a plan to fleece the club of loads and loads and loads of money. They've brought people in running the club on their behalf who know nothing really about football, but are brought in under the job has been to be make as much money as you can in off the field ventures. Make as much as you can, because the more the club makes, the more the Glazers take out, and that's what they've been doing. And we've been signing players willy-nilly that are absolutely crap at the end of their careers, on too much of a signing on fee, too much wage-wise, too long a contract. Woeful. Wan-Bissaka after 40 games, 50 odd million. Anthony, 80 odd million. What's he scored? 1 goal this year, made 1 goal, I think. 80 odd million. Casemiro at the end of his career. Alright, he's been a great player. Last night, absolutely shocking. Just shocking. And did he play the whole 90 minutes, or did he cut off right near the end? He played most of the game. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So anyway, that was me today on TalkSport. I wish I'd have sounded better. I wish I'd have talked a little bit slower. I wish they'd have had some interaction with me, as they did with a couple of others. And I must admit, the guy after me, as I say that, was saying give Ten Hag a chance and he's had horrific injuries. I agreed with him on the injury front, but at the end of the day, whoever you put out there should want to play for the shirt, for the badge. I was a young kid, age 6 when I started Sporting United, and my ambition my dream from say 6 to 14 or 15, when I knew I wouldn't do it, was to play for Manchester United. That's all I wanted. Georgie was my hero. I had the old purple George Best boots. I wanted to be George Best. Played for the school team and in the seniors and could bang goals in for fun. I was a great goal scorer, but I had nothing else about me. I knew I was never going to be good enough. I just knew I was never going to be good enough, but that's what I wanted. I would give me right arm to play for that team last night. At their age, fit young men. I'd leave everything out on the pitch. I'd be absolutely wasted when I came off. Even if I was the only one of the 11 to be absolutely wasted, I'd be happy to be. I'd give me all. I'd give absolutely me all to play for that team. Anana last night, God. Anana would be one of the 5 that would go for me, be number 6. I'd get rid of him if I'd seen more of the Turkish lad. They've given the Turkish lad 1 game, but we don't know what he's like. Anana's been crap. De Gea would have saved 2 of those goals, maybe even 3 of them. The one where they hit the post, where they're all the post, Anana was nowhere near it. He wouldn't have got that one. If it had been inside the post, that'd have been 5-0. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I know it's gone on, folks. Don't know if you heard me today, but I hope I didn't disappoint you or embarrass you if I did, folks. And Gareth heard it, so... But that's not what I rung up for. I was just incensed. I just wanted to speak about the disappointment within my team. I was just absolutely gutted. Just really poor. But anyway, I've listened to the video I did last night. It came out very late and it's about Ten Hag getting sacked. Or I've listened to the YouTube thing, the TalkSport thing. You'll find it on there. As I say, I think it's entitled something like Erik Ten Hag, the worst manager we've ever had. I didn't say that, but somebody else has said that. Anyway, I'll leave that one with you.